The BumbleKast is for entertainment purposes only. The host's comments and opinions, and those of their guests, are wholly their own and do not represent that of any other entity. Content is provided as is, with no guarantees of accuracy or timeliness. Unauthorized redistribution or editing of the BumbleKast in whole or in part is strictly prohibited.
Welcome to the BumbleKast. I'm your host, Ian Flynn, the Bumble King, and joining me as always is my Bumble co-host, Kyle, JCRB Krause.
Hello. It's Wednesday, and we got questions.
They all come from our patrons over at patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, and our YouTube members.
Yes, indeed. Let's start off with this question from Noni. During a hunting trip, Maria is mauled by a bear. How much does Shadow the Hedgehog deplete the local wildlife of Africa while saying he's a conservationist?
Number one, are there really that many African bears?
I don't think so.
I thought they were more like North American and Asiatic.
Yeah, bears don't live in Africa. Why is he taking out Africa?
Unless this is like
This
Jungle Book.
Based on a
bear,
game.
which is just-
Right. Okay. Yes. All
Is
right.
this like based on the Cabela game?
Yes. This is based on Cabela's Dangerous Hunts. Yes.
Right. That well-balanced and nuanced, environmentally friendly game.
There was a bear in Africa that was hunted to extinction. Boy, that sure sounds right.
And you know who did it?
Shadow. Yeah. There we go.
This is what you wanted, wasn't it, Maria? Just the bare necessities.
And apparently Kirk voiced the main character of the Cabela's Dangerous Hunts game.
Okay, so that's the joke.
That's the connection. Okay. Okay.
Now that you have explained it to me, the
got it.
punchline is very funny.
We got it. You're welcome, Noni. Glad we could ruin it for you. Very funny. Question from No Origin. Mr. Flynn Ian, Mario man and writer, I have a question for you. Does science exist in the Mario universe?
I would imagine so, but it's Mario Universe science, not like science.
I mean, Dr. Egad is like a scientist and an inventor, so yeah, I'd say it does.
But very much in the rules of that universe.
Yes, in much the same way of the rules of the Sonic universe. All right, Onyxodon has a question. We've already seen how Sonic, Amy, Tangle, and Silver would do on Hot Ones hosted by Jewel. Now we have some new contestants. How would Starline, Mimic, Clutch, and Infinite do? Also, none of them can squirm out of this, not even Mimic.
Starline loves to talk about himself, so he'll happily be on the show, and he'll be doing just fine. These are nothing.
He says, sweating.
I think I'll do an extra dab on each one, just to show off. And then by the last one, he's in dire straits, but he's not going to allow his pride to be tarnished, and the Isekai adventures continue.
Oh, sure.
Mimic just transforms into somebody who has a high tolerance for it and gets through it that way.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
Yeah, we're gonna say that we're gonna cheat and say that's the degree of his shape-shifting powers.
That's
and
cheating.
Julie's very disappointed, and he's like, "You never said there were rules."
Oh,
besides, he's a backstabbing, conniving so-and-so. He's not gonna play by the rules anyway.
Whatever. People are asking, how would that work? Guys, it's just a theoretical. It's not. Let's not think about it too hard.
Because the talking land-dwelling octopus did it. Okay. This is Sonic science.
Boo, eat the chicken wing, you so-and-so.
Clutch is amused by this trifle, this minor inconvenience. He does the last dab and he's like, actually felt that one.
Uh-oh.
And Infinite, well, it's hilarious because he just kind of feeds them under his mask. Jewel has to like verify that he's actually eating it and not just hiding it in the nose cone. It's like, no, I'm eating it. See? I'm not weak.
Yes.
Except by the last wing, and he's just like pounding on the table, pouring milk directly into the eye socket of the mask. Not weak! not weak.
He's just crying, screaming. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Peacock Queen has a question. What reaction would Sonic have if he suddenly discovered that another of his friends, besides Amy, had a crush on him? No matter who it is, Tangle, Jewel, Lanolin, the girl who sells coffee at the restoration headquarters, whoever. What I want to know is if Sonic's treatment of this person would change in any way knowing that information, or if he would continue treating her as he always has and would not give importance to the matter.
The latter. Like, privately, he's flattered. That's nice. But that's not something he's going to pursue. So he's just going to keep it even keel and, hey, how you doing?
He's not going to even, like, turn up the charm a little bit and get a little flirty with him just for fun? Like, just a little bit? Just a tiny bit?
I feel like he mostly does that to, like...
I mean, he does that to everybody, to be fair, so...
Yeah. But, you know, Amy comes on strong, so he flirts back, and it's that kind of romantic tension sparring match. As long as everybody else is just, like, unrequited or chill, he's going to be chill.
Okay. But he could get so much free coffee. Oh, well. Pedanticat has a question. If the Sonic cast were exposed to Scarecrow fear gas, what would be the things that some of the characters see? And which characters would have the easiest and hardest time snapping out of it?
I guess Sonic would see a moon.
Which one?
All of them.
The broken one. The big one trying to kill him.
And he'd handle it. I mean, that's what he does.
Yeah.
He doesn't give in to fear. If something actually frightens him, he confronts it. He'll be fine. Tails just feels like he's in a lightning storm perpetually. And he might crumple under that. To be fair, if I felt like lightning was striking near me every 5 seconds, I don't think I'd be doing well either.
No, probably not.
Amy finds herself alone.
Oh.
And with the knowledge that it's because everyone is purposefully avoiding her, that she has done something, and she can't quite pinpoint the reason why, because it's the fear gas just messing with her psyche.
Yeah.
Knuckles doesn't work on him. He fears nothing.
Really? Nothing?
Nothing.
Wow.
Or, alternatively, it's Rue showing up and confessing her feelings. It's like, oh no, commitment!
No! What about ghosts?
No, he's not scared of ghosts. What are you talking about? You saw that Tails tube. He's just yawning.
Oh, okay.
That's how a kid is yawn.
Okay.
He's scared of ghosts. Besides, you can punch ghosts. You just have to punch them a lot because there's not a lot there. You just more punching. It's good at cardio. No, not scared of anything ever. Never.
Course not. Never, ever. Knuckles isn't scared. You're scared. I'm not scared. Do we want to put Whisper through the trauma? Because we know what she'd see.
Yeah, she'd see that and she'd go, no, this has happened before. What is this? And then Dr. Crane needs to run very fast.
Dr. Crane? Like Fraser Crane?
No, Scarecrow, Dr. Crane.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, I forgot that was his name.
Also, Fraser Crane as the Scarecrow is also rather funny.
I know, that is funny. Oh, I am. I'm dumb. Turns out it was Fraser all along.
Fraser, I have to question your new psychiatric methods. Quiet, Niles. I'm making a breakthrough. No, I believe they're breaking through the wall with their own face.
Yes. Oh, no. Oh, man. There's so many possibilities for this. We can't go through them all, but leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Here's a question from Rabbit Haver. Styx is perfect for Boom because it's essentially Always Sunny in Philadelphia with Sonic characters, but the tone of the mainline series is a lot more serious. Would you write her character any differently for an introduction to the main series? If so, what changes could you see yourself making, and how would you approach an introduction for her?
I still feel like she could be something of a comedic foil to the others. Not every character has to be the serious one.
No.
But it would be less comedic driven and, just focus on her survivalist side. She's out in the brush. She doesn't like to hang out around other people. And the few folks that she does trust, she cherishes deeply. So I think the first introductory story needs to be explaining how she and Amy first met in the modern continuity. and where that how that trust between them was founded. And then there you go. She's out in the wilds. They happen to run across her every now and again, and they have an adventure.
There you go.
Styx gets a lead on some conspiracy and wants to bring her friends in for help. Turns out it's not what she thought, but it was some kind of Eggman trap. So, good job, Styx.
Big and Styx's big fishing adventure. That would be fun. I would like to see it. Whisper and Styx on a camping trip. They're both experts at roughing it. I know what's up. And we got a question from Reckons. It's Shadow's birthday. As usual, he told no one. However, returning home, he is met by Omega, who presents him a single cupcake and a card reading Happy B-Day to the ultimate battle buddy. No other words are exchanged. Does Shadow accept it, or will he make a grown robot sad?
Oh, no, he accepts it. He reads the card, dutifully puts it down, eats the cupcake.
Does not say anything, right?
Nope, nothing to be said.
Okay.
And Omega understands that.
Not even thank you? Just a nod, huh? Just a knowing nod.
Well, the fact that he put the card down politely and ate the offered cupcake is thanks enough.
Yeah.
It's acknowledgement of his efforts. What more do you want, really?
True. All right, here's one from Rye. Not that Rye, different Rye. Previously, you said that Silver is an antithesis to Sonic because Sonic is the hero he wants to be. I'm guessing that would lead Silver to idolize Sonic on some level. Does Sonic have a similar sort of admiration towards Silver because of how he keeps coming back to fix the future?
Idolize, I feel like, is too strong of a word, but jealousy, I think, is the wrong word too. So I don't know what.
Like a respect.
Way to go,
I know that.
It's
maybe respect, inspiration.
Yeah. Sure. And yeah, I think Sonic respects anyone who is committed to their ideals and keeps doing it, especially in Silver's case because he's making such a long commute.
I mean, yeah, it's a long way to go, or a long time to go. I don't know.
They're not particularly good at expressing that, but that's something else entirely.
Well, I mean, that's just them. All right, Salty has a question. I'm curious about a potential dynamic between Shadow and Surge, given their strong personalities and similar backgrounds, both as products of science with memory issues. Without touching on any future plans, do you think Shadow could influence Surge's development? What aspects of their personalities or experiences would be most compelling to explore, especially in how they might prompt growth or change in Surge? And no shipping. And if you don't want to answer, that's okay.
I think it is potentially interesting to draw parallels between them. It's just neither of them, I think, would want to seek the other out. Shadow's not one to share his experiences, and Surge has trust issues. So there's not really a lot of impetus for them to connect on many of their shared experiences. I think the biggest issue, despite all their similarities, is that Surge is a protector for her own selfish reasons. Shadow is doing it for a more altruistic reason. So should Shadow learn that Surge is not 100% on the up and up, he might deliver the ultimatum of stay on the straight and narrow or I will end you, which Surge will not take in any kind of patient or understanding kind of way. So, yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Fun, but not good.
Here's a question from Scurvy Pirate Dog. The characters of Camelot escape the storybook and track down Sonic, who's hanging out with his friends. They kneel before Sonic as they say, "Our king, we have found you!" How do Sonic's friends react to Sonic being the king of Camelot? Is Blaze happy there's more royalty in their group?
I think everybody has a lot of questions and are now very, very paranoid of the books they own. Like, through, is Sonic in this one? Is Sonic in this one? Did Sonic do anything? Oh, shoot, he's on page 19!
Oh, no.
I think some of the characters are rather flattered with their other incarnations. Blaze is obviously not some mere knight, but the fact that she is still noble and duty bound is flattering, and Knuckles likes Gawain's swords. Those are cool. Maybe he should pick some swords one day. It's like punching, but with knives.
Yes.
Shadow just kind of sneers. That one needs armor. Pathetic. And he bows to Sonic never.
How many times does Tangle try jumping into every book she owns?
Shoving her face in every book. Come on.
Let me in.
Wonderland.
Let me in.
Tails is like, do you have obligations? Do you need to go back into the book? Do you need help? And so I was like, Tails, no, that's just the story. The story has its conclusion. Look, read through it, all right? You'll see how it goes.
Tangle really, she goes to the library and just starts shoving her face into every book she can. Literally just, boom, boom, let me in. All right, Serious Shard has a question. There's a traitor among the Diamond Cutters, and it's Tangle? That's right, she's been secretly evil, and no one knew. How do the rest of her team, Duo, Surge, and Kid included, react to this news?
Duo is very impressed by the long con, because even he was fooled. You got him. And he usually is on guard, but he was completely at ease around her. She could have had him taken out at any moment. Bravo. That means we're cool, right? And Tangle's like, nah.
No.
I just decided not to kill you yet. Surge is confused. Like, wait, so you're evil? Like fun evil or like evil? When did this happen? Why is everything so complicated? And Kit doesn't care so long as Surge is safe. Is Tangle going to attack Surge? Then he will drown her. They're allying with Tangle to take down everybody else. Okay, fine. They can work together.
Yep.
Whisper is heartbroken and takes the shot.
Takes the shot at what?
There's no more heart left to break. She's not going through this again.
Takes the shot at what?
Oh, you know what.
At what? Ian, what are you doing? Put the gun down.
Evil Tangle.
Whisper.
Evil Tangle is a danger to the team.
Whisper, put the gun down.
The team.
Figured Whisper would just say, guess we're doing evil now.
No, Whisper's virtuous.
Whisper, no. What? Okay, Whisper's not that virtuous if she's going to literally kill somebody.
To save everybody else.
I think Lanolin would be like, no, put the gun down. No, Whisper, no.
No, Lanolin's just kind of lost because how did she miscalculate this badly? Was it because she took away her paddle ball? Is this her fault?
Maybe that's it.
Did she caused the villainous turn?
Oh, no. It's her Joker moment.
Because she can't have misread somebody that much, right, Duo?
Apparently you're being accused of having beef with Whisper, Ian. It's like, well, kinda, but also, like, she is supposed to be kind of a tragic character.
Look, you put these baity questions in front of me, I'm gonna rise to it. You're not gonna get the answer you want just because you give the bait.
Ooh, whatever.
You want to pull up the LOL cowfish, but you're gonna get a shark. I'm gonna bite you.
You're the John Gray y'all come eat of tragedy.
That is quite the parallel, but not inaccurate.
All right, Sylvia the Lynx has a question. Would Dark Gaia, under any circumstances, work with Light Gaia to try and fend off a planet-busting threat, such as the End? Or is Dark Gaia's desire to destroy Earth so great that it would be willing to let someone else do the job, even if it meant Dark Gaia's own death in the process?
I don't know, because we don't get a lot of insight into Dark Gaia as an individual, if it even has much of a consciousness. My impression is that it's more of an elemental force. It's just negative entropic energy that's really, really ugly.
Yeah, Dark Gaia is not really sentient, is it?
I don't know. So I don't know if it would have an opinion on the matter, unless Light Gaia can communicate with it and impart the idea of your existence hinges on stopping that moon, in which case it might strike out against the End, but I don't know.
Well, I guess Chip is sentient, and Light Gaia would be sentient then, so maybe Dark Gaia also is.
But it could also be an antithesis thing, where Light Gaia is the embodiment of community and life and the very elements that make up and support individualism, whereas Dark Gaia is just the abyss.
I guess that's true.
I mean, both could be. I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting thought experiment, I suppose. Soccercot has a question. Time for some Agent Smith-like apocalypse scenarios in the Sonic world. How do the different scenarios where everyone is turned into the following characters play out? Rouge, Sally, Knuckles, Whisper, Dr. Starline, or Surge?
We're not doing more than 5. It'll go, guys.
Okay, there is a 5th one, or there's a 6th one in there.
Let's see. Everybody is Knuckles. Well, for a while you have world peace because everybody just gives each other their distance. But then everybody fights over who's actually protecting the Master Emerald. And then it's just a whole bunch of punchy. And then they're all like, yeah, good fight. And then we have world peace again. Until they get bored. And then it's like, it was fun. All the punchy. And then we have World War Knuckles again.
World War Knuckles. Yeah, that sounds like a comic arc.
Everyone's Dr. Starline. There's your Agent Smith right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what's so great about me? There's so many me's. It's just they would find themselves insufferable, so they're all trying to take each other out to be a Starline Highlander.
The real true Starline.
The Isekai network just gets overloaded. Rouge, it's absolute bedlam because they are all sneaking and stealing from each other perpetually. There is no downtime. The most thoughtful and conniving of the Rouges create a small order trying to bring things back into alliance because nothing has value if it's full anarchy, except they're all plotting against each other to steal from each other when they finally have world peace. Surge, also pure anarchy, and they love it. They burn everything down. It's one giant party until the end of time.
Good. Let Surge destroy the planet. She deserves it.
And flip a coin, Kyle. Whisper or Sally?
Let's go Sally.
Okay. Everybody is now a level-headed strategist, and so they negotiate world peace in record time. Except none of them are addressing the deep-seated emotional issues that they've been hiding for the past 10 years. So eventually one of them snaps, and then everybody's slapping everybody.
No! The slap war? World War Slap? Come on, man. Come on, man. We thought we were done with the slap. Oh, man. Oh. All right, next question from Sonic Sword Fighter. It's a 2-for-1 special. BioRizard and Solariz. Go. Do we have to?
I'm really capping out my power level here because there's something I can say for BioLizard, and that is not family friendly. So I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, man.
All right. She's a big enough woman for anyone to love. How do you like that?
The BioRizard?
She has her own place.
True.
And nobody's going to walk in on you. I guess.
She lives in her dad's house, though, to be fair.
Yeah, but he's not around anymore.
Okay.
That's Solaris. Well, he'll make all the time in the world for you.
Oh, no.
Your love will be timeless. He's a guy who knows how to take his time. Yeah, time jokes.
Funny. The BioLizard is female? That's what's coming up in the chat. Or is this just a bit?
All those orbs being flung around are the eggs.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Well, surprise. Sonic lore unlocked, I guess.
Oh, man, this is back from 2001.
I don't know. People are like, is this official? People are like surprised.
I think it might have been the Japanese exclusive material back then, but yeah, those pink orbs that get flung at you, those are of the BioLizard's inert eggs.
Whoops. Well, good to know. Spoiler 1001 has a question. Archie Sonic gets blasted 10 years into a new future to see Scourge well established as a hero in his absence. How would it change their dynamic when Sonic got back?
At first, Sonic's a bit of the underdog. Not really liking the fact that his doppelganger has taken all the praise and attention.
No.
But, he's a hero. He's been protecting folks. So, all right, he'll roll with it. But Scourge is so emotionally fragile that Sonic's very return puts him in panic mode. And he feels like he has to either overcompensate or just eliminate Sonic because Sonic is just going to show him up eventually. He knows it's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
And then Scourge does something stupid and villainous, and Sonic kicks his butt, and Sonic becomes hero again, and Scourge is just like, why did I ruin everything?
As he does.
And what we do around this point is take a quick break. Stay tuned for a couple of patron-sponsored ads, and then we'll be back with more BumbleKast. This ad comes from Chaos Sonic 1. Hello again. I'm asking for you to help my friend Yuna Florynn and her husband, Hyro_/H/ quit his job, all to dedicate his life to taking care of his wife, Yuna. Commissions are open to cover the medical expenses, so please help them, as my friends need all the help they can get. H/ offers full character art for $25 USD, plus $10 per extra character, and avatars at $15 USD each. Please contribute if you are able. I really want them to be okay, as they are really nice, make really good art, and are good friends. Thank you. You can find links to their various accounts down below in the description of the episode. This ad comes from BeeExtraordinary. Hello everyone! A BumbleKast and Sonic community member recently put out a call for mutual aid that we wanted to use our platform to amplify. You can find the full story of Bee's friend and her brave journey to safety and financial freedom, and a GoFundMe link pinned on her Twitter @TheWondrousBee. Even if you don't have anything extra to donate right now, sharing the link will still go so far to expose this fundraiser to a wider audience. On behalf of Bee, she'd like to thank the community for listening and for lending your generosity and warmth to her loved one. Other links can be found in the video description below.
We're back, and this one's from Spyro James. People are still complaining that IDW is not canon because the rings are not canon. Considering this is more of a Sega thing, why is it every time people just constantly blame you for the fandom? Is it because to them you are an easy target?
Well, I am. I mean, I put myself out there in the fandom space.
Yes.
This show has been mostly Sonic Q&A for years. I am kind of the face and the voice unofficially for a lot of this stuff. So that I have painted a big old target right in the middle of my forehead.
Yes.
Can't be helped. So it goes.
It's kind of how it is. Superior Pizza has a question. Hey, Ian and Kyle, you guys seem to have a good friendship. So good, you two are practically like brothers. Speaking of brothers, in the event you were somehow transported into Mario's world with the physical and toony capabilities as the Mario cast, what would be your bro move?
I guess we just clasp hands and spin around until the centripetal force causes us to fling into the opponent and just smash them.
We just do a spinning thing.
Or we just both point at the enemy, shrug because we really don't want to be bothered, and leave.
Or you just have a hashtag knowing smile.
That just boosts our confidence.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah. And the Aussie Blue has a question. Sonic and Surge are having a battle when Surge manages to make a good argument and convinces Sonic that he has to be more aggressive and kill Eggman to break the Sonic cycle. How long until Surge regrets this victory, if she regrets it at all?
Almost instantly, because there is no real major blowback for this. Sonic is still praised as a hero, perhaps even more so, for finally ending things. And nobody sees the problem with it taking so long. And he's put on an even higher pedestal, and they won't stop talking about him. And everywhere she goes is just about how this great idea Sonic had to finally resolve things. And she's like, I told him to do it. It was my idea. I should have done
it. Well, I mean, Eggman's really good at like surviving or getting away from things. So it might be a little tough for Sonic to actually go through with it.
Yeah, but in the spirit of the question, it's just Sonic's like, fine, if it'll just shut you up. And he's like, hey, Eggman, hello, Sonic, you're dead now. What?
He just points at him, and he dies?
More or less. I mean, he's that fast. Whole Fist of the North Star treatment.
Sonic slaps Eggman, slaps the life right out of him.
So they're just like, that's it? That's it.
That's all
That's all it took? That's all it took.
You could have done that this whole time?
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been funny.
I mean, it's hilarious, to be honest. All right, here's one from the Sonic Who Eggs. The Batman who laughs ends up in the world of Sonic. Ian can decide which one. What fun adventures will he force on Sonic, Eggman, and the others? Any torture, permanent injuries, death? And how will the Sonic multiverse / Shadowverse come together to kick the Batman Who Laughs butt back into DC?
So I don't know anything about the Batman Who Laughs outside of it looks like a super edgy, grim, dark Joker Batman.
I gotta be honest, I don't either. The Batman Who Jonglers, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, clearly he's some kind of multiverse thing, but I don't know anything about him. So, I mean, context clues within the question obviously can lead some, but
yeah. Bruce was infected with Joker juice, apparently. That's who he is. That's who it is.
Okay. So it is just Joker Batman.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's a multiversal threat? I guess if we're going the whole Bat God route.
I guess. I have no idea. He's like the Knuckles that chuckles.
Come on, Sonic. Why so serious?
Bruce ate some Joker fish.
I don't know. I know we just joked about Sonic offing Eggman in half a second, but I'm not particularly fond of bringing the grim and the dark and like dismemberment to this series. There's treating it with respect within its own rationale, and then there's going for what is clearly an adult oriented story and applying it to all ages / children media. I don't know. Part of it is I don't know the particular material too well to riff on, and the other one is I don't want to.
I'm being asked, from which orifice does the Joker produce his Joker juice? And I'm going to say, don't worry about it. You don't want to know.
I'm going to say, let's just move on.
Yes. On to the next one. It's no juice. Trusty Gun has a question. Do you think that during the finale of Sonic Forces, Resistance members kept taking pot shots at Shadow, thinking he was one of the many Phantom Ruby doubles? For some reason, I don't think he would be the type of person to let that slide.
Man, there are two good punchlines out of this. One is yes, and he just keeps fighting them, so they think he is a Phantom double, and they keep shooting at him.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to flag him down. Stop! That's the real one. Alternatively, everyone's kind of drawn a bead on him, but nobody wants to shoot because if it is him, that's going to be a worse repercussion if it was a Phantom version. Are you sure that's the real one? No, but I don't want to find out.
Oh boy. Here's a question from Twilord. We always see your fights in visuals, but I would like to hear you verbally describe one, blow by blow. If you need a prompt, Egg Emperor versus Diablon, devolving into a mid-air anime fight between Eggman and the Commander, or pick your own.
Like, first I'm like, okay, big mecha battle, that's fine. But then you had to go Eggman and Abe actually slugging it out.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Egg Emperor and Diablon. We're going to assume completed Diablon, so it actually has legs. And Egg Emperor has the jet wing, so it has higher mobility. But he doesn't have a ton of ranged attack. Did he have missiles and the laser swipe? I guess so. But Diablon's got that big EMP burst and various lasers and stuff, so they can't really do enough damage at range. So Egg Emperor has to come in close, and Diablon's there for the punchy. And you have the lance, I guess, stabbing through a shoulder joint to knock an arm off. You got Diablon ripping the shield away and like beating the face of the Egg Emperor with it. Eventually, it comes down to both mechas, more or less what's left of them, locked into a struggle, so the cockpits fly open. And you got Eggman and Abe, who are both very beat up from being jostled around in those cockpits, just marching across what's left of the arms of their mechas to duke it out, solid and Liquid Snake style.
It's an old man slap fight.
Oh, no. These are fists.
No, I know.
This is a real slugfest. And imagine Eggman's more of a haymaker thrower, and Tower has military training, so he's got more of that like CQC going on.
Yeah.
But Eggman's got stupid strength, so he's able to overpower in some cases. He's got those long legs and kick his shins.
Something like that.
Tower just grabs his mustache, pulls him in for a headbutt.
Oh, man. This is a Tekken fight. Pretty much. All right, our next question is from Virgil Angelo. The power of friendship is a strong force, yet often feels like it's misunderstood as the main character powering up while their friends cheer them on, warning about attacks that look like homing shots. The manga series Kinnikuman uses friendship as a universal truth for every character to tap into, even the violent devil Chojin and the stoic perfect Chojin. And mercy is portrayed as Kinnikuman's greatest strength. What are some of your favorite/least favorite examples of the power of friendship?
Huh. Now, this is an interesting one. See, when you first used that phrasing, what immediately popped in my head was My Little Pony. And that was kind of character power up with the friends cheering them on.
Yeah.
And then you make shots like, oh, I see where you're going with this. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. There's something on the tip of my tongue. What was it? It was a fantastic, maybe this is too broad of a net, but in terms of positive reinforcement coming together to save the day and instill new power within the heroes, the ending to Elite Beat Agents.
Oh, yeah?
Where I think they get turned to stone, and all of the people that they have helped throughout the entire game start chanting EBA. EBA. The entire world starts cheering in unison because they know they can do it if they just get up one more time. And then the stone shatters and you get the final music track, and it's just, oh my God, dude, that game has that should not be giving me goosebumps like it is. Okay.
That game's pretty wild. I do enjoy that game. Yes. It's funny. Yeah, that's a fun one for sure. I mean, least favorite's kind of like sort of the ones that was described by Virgil.
Yeah, where it's just kind of platitudes off to the side.
Yeah.
Like, here's the extended cast. What do they do?
Tell the main character over the radio how cool they are. Great. Thanks.
Kind of a 50-50 on Steven Universe Future.
Mm-hmm.
Where, again, it's everyone coming together to help the main character out of their moment of strife. But I felt like the pacing of it dwelled too much on the whinging and the self-loathing. And it's like, yeah, I know that's the point. There's a lot of selfish characters that need to get over themselves to support those that need them right now. Kind of wish it went at a little faster clip, but
yeah.
That's me critiquing something that's been done for a while now. Trying to think of bad examples. I mean, shoot, good example. It was one of the Care Bear movies from way back.
Yeah.
No, legit. Like,
I'm not doubting you. It's just kind of funny that's the source.
Like their whole power is based around their trust and their friendship with each other, and as long as that remains steady,
yeah,
they can shoot some hella laser beams out of their stomachs.
Good.
And if I remember correctly, that's the one where the cousins were introduced, all the non-bears, and they're like, well, we can't do that, so we're just going to, cry out in support. And they screamed themselves hoarse trying to support their new friends against, I don't know, the devil or whoever it was they were fighting. And just the desperation of it where, the power of friendship wasn't enough at that moment, but they're still trying because they don't want their friends to fail or be in danger. And that's pretty hardcore for freaking Care Bears.
All right. Well, if anyone has any suggestions or thoughts, throw them down in the comments below. Here's one from Vineclad. So there was a Pokemon Game Freak Giga Leak a while ago, and I'm curious, what are both of your thoughts on everything revealed in it?
I don't know all that was revealed in it.
I didn't really look into it myself, other than some of the memes that came out of it that were kind of just out there,
It's always fun to see prototype concepts for the various critters.
Yeah.
To see, where they started and how they evolved.
But
we'll be forever mad that we have been denied a Vulpix pre-Evo for so long. Are you kidding me? The little tiny baby boo-boo could have had a tinier baby or boo-boo.
Yeah.
Are you... What do we get? Smooch 'em? Get out of here. Nobody raises a jinx.
There's some things we didn't need to know. I know that.
Yeah. And the discourse on that was more interesting than the material itself.
Yes.
Because, some folks arguing it's not, canon material, was just internal development stuff. It's like, by official folks on their dime, on their hour. You don't just make stuff for funsies in an official capacity like this, guys. So, I don't know. I didn't actively seek it out because being on a team developing games and having suffered the indignity and frustration of leaks, I feel like it'd be a bit hypocritical of me to go, ooh, let's see what they got leaked. Some of it was unavoidable. It's like, here, look at this thing. And it's like, all right, there it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't dive into it or anything myself. I mean, I'm not really the biggest Pokemon fan in the first place, so its appeal to me was kind of just like, that's interesting, I guess, but,
What was fun, too, though, was seeing some of these prototype concepts and the fandom taking them and, finalizing them.
Yeah.
Bringing them into alignment with what we've seen. It's like, oh, that would have been neat. That actually looks kind of fun. No, that still doesn't work, but A+ for trying.
Yeah.
Think of that stupid inner tube rabbit. That is the dumbest design. That, just like...
Oh, come on. Come on. There's worse Pokemon designs.
Although you probably could have named it something like Bunyancy.
Yeah. No, I think the bad thing is actually that the leaks contained information on actual employees, like Game Freak and stuff. Yeah, that was what it was like. No.
So staff got doxxed?
I think so, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, and they and the person who it got leaked from, their name's all over everything, so it's like, okay, we know who's in trouble now. We know who probably got fired for this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. All right, let's move on to a question from Wildcard717. It's a Drogoon question.
Oh, thank goodness.
You've previously discussed holidays in Galaxant. Who on the Fortune's Lap gives the best gifts, who gives the worst gifts, and who wins the White Elephant exchange with the funniest gift?
The extra hazard being who has money and when do they get to shop? Foreign is going to give the most practical gift. Maybe not the thing you want, but it's the thing you're going to use. So you can't really be mad about that.
Doesn't give you what you want, but he gives you what you need.
Yeah. Wynn's going to get you what she thinks would be cool. So she's mostly shopping for yourself. And sometimes there's some overlap. Sometimes there's not.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you don't want it, she'll take it. That's fine. In fact, you can have the thing that Foreign gave her. It'll be a swap. There you go, in exchange. And Foreign gets wise to that, so he just gifts Wynn something he wants for himself. There, we'll exchange it back. I got your number. Jumbun, he understands the principle of it. I mean, there's so many cultures of these fleshy things that do the exchanges. And, trade is common enough amongst his people. Fine. The idea is you get something for someone and it makes them happy. So he gets them food. Food makes the fleshy things happy, right?
Food.
He learns what they like food-wise. And, Lissy enjoys pancakes. So here's a box of, Bisquick. You make pancakes with those, right?
Delicious.
And Lissy's overjoyed because, yes, she loves pancakes. And Wynn's like, no, sweetie, you can't just eat it straight. You got to make it. Put the box down. Lissy. Lissy is the most conscientious of them all. She will get you what you will really like on a deep personal level. She's already that cagey because she pays attention and she, figures out the things that make them smile. And they're all very touched and they feel extremely guilty that they were such bad gift givers for everybody else.
Aw. But then they never learn their lesson. And then next year it's the same deal.
Never.
Good.
Funniest gift? I don't know about that, but the funniest outcome is Wynn purposely buys something that she wants and gives it to Foreign, expecting the exchange. And Foreign's like, no, I love it. I'll cherish it forever. How thoughtful of you. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Wynn just has that expression that sounds like a dial tone. It's like, wait, what?
Oh, no. Just keeping it from her, huh?
You look a little disappointed there, Wynn. Well, here you go. Have a pineapple. You like food, right?
There you go. And a question from Windstar Osprey. It's the Sonic Primetime finale with Part 3. This time we cap things off with the high seas of No Place. Sonic would probably just be wearing his pirate costume from the mobile game, but what about his personality and place in the world?
Okay. So, let's see. New York was the rebelliousness,
Yeah.
and Boskage was the protection of nature or loving nature. So, No Place, maybe the adventurous individuality. Like, he is, we might as well go there. The Jack Sparrow.
That's what I was thinking. Yep.
He sails on his own. He never wants a crew. He mans a full ship by himself, and he's fast enough to do the rigging and everything. But, when trouble arises, he's on his own. There's no one left to quite literally bail him out.
Yep. He represents the freedom and adventure, but
that, and it's just an excuse to have Devin Mack spoof Jack Sparrow as Sonic. And really, I think we all win with that one.
I think that would be pretty great. Yeah. That would be super fun. And then Shadow's Barbossa. There you go. Here's a question from Winter Rain. The Princess Elise we know is Princess Elise the Third. So who were the other two? Were they adventurers in their own right, like Lara Croft or Amelia Earhart? Could they even have had fans? Like maybe a young bedridden girl named Maria?
Anything's possible, I guess. We don't really know a lot about the Solion lineage.
Is Princess Elise actually considered the third?
Yep, that's her official title.
Okay. I did not know that. Shows what I know.
Somebody who had
it's not much.
Somebody who had a decent explanation on how she can be a princess, but her father's a duke, and it was like it was all tied into how actual European royalty shakes out, and it was all Greek to me. I was trying. It's like, well, that would make sense, I guess.
Are you sure it would be Greek? I thought it was British.
Yeah, it's more Italian than anything.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Yes. Maybe her mother is royalty. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, probably.
Who knows?
Elise the Second.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Elise the First? Her grandmother. I don't know.
Sure.
I mean, they don't have to be concurrent either. They can, or sequential. You can have a Princess Elise the One, and then generations later continue the name with Elise the Second. But
yeah.
That'd be kind of neat to unravel and build upon and have fun with. I don't know if that's going to remotely be a priority in the future.
If that would be on the table. What I do know is it's time to jump into the Sonic X Shadow Generations spoiler zone. If you haven't played the game yet, we'll see you next time. But we're going in right now with this one from Of the Stars. Ian Flynn, how dare you actually do your job well as a writer and get emotions out of me with Mephiles of all characters. His last line before he's defeated immediately makes me feel bad for the poor guy, and now I'm buying a Mephiles plush as we speak. He just wants to exist, Ian. Just let him have a bit of murder as a treat, please.
No, because he doesn't know how to regulate his intake. You give him a little bit of murder, he's going to go on a mass murder spree. You know?
I guess.
It's just going to go straight to his hips. So, no, he has to be cut off cold turkey, no more murder.
Mm-hmm. You only get to eat cold turkey. No murder. Cyberspace Coco has a question. Hey Ian, congrats on the success of Sonic X Shadow Generations. Both the game and Dark Beginnings state that Black Doom has been resurrected in the present day, regrown from some Black Arm's biological material that is still around. However, we are never given specifics of what exactly he regrew from. A lot of fans speculated that he respawned from the Death Leech seen on the Ark in Dark Beginnings. Can you clarify if this is accurate or not?
That is it.
You got it.
That Death Leech is the Chekhov's gun of the whole thing.
Bang. Except not bang, because there's no guns in Shadow Generations. So Shadow's not allowed to use guns anymore. He's been banned from guns. Universe 2 Mephiles has a question, and it's our last one. Is it possible that the Scepter of Darkness could be the key to Mephiles' return? Maybe it's like a pocket dimension that keeps you safe from existence erasure. It could have been made for Solaris to hide in, and he could get out after the timeline reset.
Okay. God, I hate the time travel thing. Let's back this up.
Wibbly wobbly.
All right, so originally, 10 years ago, Duke of Soliana was messing with early Solaris. It went bad. It split into Iblis and Mephiles. And the Duke had the scepter on hand to seal Mephiles away and instructed Shadow on how to do it. So that implies some foreknowledge that this could happen? Maybe? And Shadow seals him away, which is what causes the grudge that Mephiles has. And then due to time travel shenanigans, they meet for the first time. When Eggman tries to steal the scepter, it breaks, and Mephiles takes his form from Shadow. And Mephiles is like, I'll get you back for this. And Shadow's like, who the hell are you?
I'll get you, my pretty. Huh?
And then they make a new one, and they try to seal him in that, but it doesn't work, I think. Oh, it's been so long. Isn't that because he took Shadow's power, he could break out, which led to Shadow's final boss? And then he's like, I'm going to do this cool thing with my limiter rings and never do it again.
Never again.
And they're like, yay, we killed Mephiles. And Mephiles is like, lol, I was over here stabbing Sonic in the back. Shunk. And then stuff happens. Sonic and Elise go back in time. They snuff out Solaris before the experiment, so Mephiles is never created. Ergo, there should be no reason to put him in the Scepter of Darkness. But the Duke already had the scepter, so the scepter should still exist. But there's nothing in it. So I don't think that's the key for Mephiles coming back. Now, in Sonic Shadow Generations, you see the scepter there, but Generations is already a timey-wimey, wibbly-bobbly mess. So that could be the original sealed, or not the original. Yeah. Well, no, because we just established... Maybe because of the timey-wimey, wibbly-bobbly, Mephiles got out of the deep down, deep dark and needed an anchor in time and found the I don't know. I don't know.
So when does Silver come back in the DeLorean? Pump out of the DeLorean.
Just runs over the scepter. Shadow, everything's messed up. Come on, buddy. We got to go back 30 years this time.
It's your kids, Shadow. Kids?
How are we going to get up to speed in these catacombs? There's not enough road. Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads. I'm gonna go back in time. You're not gonna sing this entire trip, are you? Oh, hell yeah, I am. How'd I go?
He just jumps out.
Flux capacitor control. And then Silver parks on the train tracks with the DeLorean, and the bars come down, and he runs out. Instead of the train, it's a time traveling gun truck. Just and Shadow just pokes his head and says, "I killed your stupid car," and then just keeps going.
Yeah.
Anyway, Universe 2 Mephiles, to get back to your question, as far as we can tell, Mephiles is trapped in some kind of void beyond time, maybe? So if he's there, maybe he can come out later. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey nonsense. Nonsense, just like this show. Thankfully, it's over.
Yep. Well, for now, but we will have many more questions thanks to our patrons over at patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, and our YouTube members. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, take care of each other, and we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.
If Silver shows up, pops out of a DeLorean, don't go with him. Whatever he tells you, don't go with him. Don't get in the car with Silver.
Shadow, why'd you have to be mean and lock him back in the scepter? That guy's an asshole.
Don't go with Silver. He
you
can't
lock
drive.
Him away and you're gonna be the yellow-bellied biggest coward in all of Sonic.
Call me Yellow.
Nobody calls me Yellow.
Mephiles gets dumped in a pile of manure.
I'm both entertained and saddened at the idea that Mephiles is now Shadow's Biff.
Well, it's either that or Infinite.
Okay, no. Infinite, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
I was going to say, who's the Biff in this scenario? It's either Mephiles or Infinite. And Infinite probably makes a little more sense.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Old man Infinite coming back to beat up his younger self. Gotta fix this because you're weak.
Yep. Some of you guys in the chat really need to, like, watch Back to the Future. Come on. Don't know what a biff is? Come on.
1 second. No, it's Meebo. He's crying at the door. You going in or out, buddy?
Cats are doing cat things. Let those Catherines in. Cats being cats. Cats. Keep on rolling, huh?
Yep. Let's knock her out.
Okay. Punch her right in the face.
You've been listening to the BumbleKast, a co-production of Bumble King Comics and the KNGI Network. Original theme music composed by Ken Coda Snyder. Remixed intro by T-Lopes. Find out more information, along with podcast feeder links, MP3 downloads, and more at bumbleking.com and kngi.org.
Well, don't give Classic Sonic any ideas for Hedgehog Island. He might eat that. Num 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 num. The No Man is an Island song. What song is that? I'll probably know it if I heard it, but I ain't looking it up right now. What the heck is going on around here? What the heck is going on around here? What the heck is going on around here? Oh, well, that explains that. I don't know if I've ever heard that song before. I have not watched most of Underground. I'm a fake Sonic fan. As we know. I mean, good question. I don't know what a Sonic is. Never heard of him.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello. Welcome back.